The tilt is real.
Tilt is real.
This is when the tilt is real.
Welcome in to the Sunday Tilt with your hosts, the FF chef himself, Juan Carlos Pena, and John JAWN Swanson.
It is Sunday, my dudes.
This is when the tilt is real. This is when the tilt is real. Good morning and welcome into week 5 of the Fantasy Football Sunday Tilt, brought to you by the Tilt is Real Fantasy Football Podcast.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Juan, it's
Sir.
early. We already have football.
Yes, sir. We're going.
It's-
Jefferson's got 6 points already. PPR.
We've
Let's go.
received news yesterday into this morning
Oh, indeed.
that and one, if you're wondering why Mr. Swanson isn't here, it is Sunday, my dudes.
It is Sunday, my dudes. Don't
Shout
worry.
out.
You're here in spirit, my guy.
Mrs. Swanson.
Yeah. I like how we can call her Mrs. Swanson.
Yeah,
That's pretty
Mrs.
dope.
Swanson
Yeah.
is giving birth.
Baby girl on the way.
So baby Swan
Yeah.
is forthcoming
Yeah. Any minute now.
any minute.
Breaking news. Hit the breaking news.
Oh,
bud.
we will.
I know we will.
We will. We're both more excited than I think
know.
Mr. Swanson.
Yeah. The uncles. You know what I mean? The uncles got to get in there. Theo Juan got to get in there.
Well, since Mr. Swanson is busy handling some family business,
Yes, sir.
we have a great surprise for you guys. One of the own Tilt Squad.
Tilt Squad. OG Tilt Squad guy right here.
It's the Crooked Commish
Yes, sir.
from the Chicago Clubhouse Network,
Yes, sir.
holding it down. Big hands of applause. Welcome in.
Welcome in.
We got
Tilt Squad.
the Crooked Commish. What's going on, Mr. Commish?
Not too much, man. Just enjoying these morning games here and just trying to stay in the win column when it comes to my fantasy teams, man. So, but congratulations to Mr. and Mrs. Swanson on their new baby coming in. So really happy to hear that. Happy I could be the substitute teacher here for you guys today. So I really do appreciate the invite.
I like that. The substitute teacher, my man. Hey, shout out to the whole Tilt Squad. This is the representation of our Tilt Squad right here. You guys all drive the show. You guys make it better. You guys chime in and give us opinions every week, and we wouldn't be able to do it without you, and we do it for you. And this is really dope to have Antonio here with us, man.
Yeah.
Crooked Commission, the building.
Yeah, I hopped
Appreciate
on
it.
the Chicago Clubhouse podcast with the Crooked Commish in the offseason. We were talking a little
Very
about
nice.
a little bit of running back. I think Jerome Ford's still working out pretty well. And we're going to see what Mostert does today. I think he's going to surprise some people. And we have an update on the score. Minnesota just scored on an interception or a fumble by Evan Van Ginkel. Ran it back about 70 yards. Andrew Van Ginkel, thank you.
That's my former Dolphins guy right there.
Yeah, so the score now lies at 6-0 or 9-0.
No.
Oh no, I'm sorry.
No, Jets
The
just scored.
Just scored.
No,
No.
they didn't. Why are they showing it that
What?
way? Is that the NFL
Yeah.
Network
The
messing
NFL,
up the
that's the
graphics?
NFL Network messing up the
Messing
graphics.
with the show.
I know what I saw. It was
Yeah, I
Van
know.
Ginkel.
Did he do it again? The tip?
It's an interception.
Yes, he
He
did.
tips it to
Yes, he did.
himself, and he runs it back from the opposite 40, so 50, 60 yards
Yep.
for a touchdown. Van Ginkel.
That's his second one this year.
Wow.
Van Ginkel's a problem, dude, with that little play right there. He does a lot of that TJ Watt stuff. Like he lines up like he's coming at you, and then he drops back into a little flat. Very nice.
As a Bears fan, it's very discouraging to see that. I'm not looking forward to seeing that. Like, I'm happy to see Aaron Rodgers not do well, but then seeing that the Vikings are looking like this when we're going to face them here soon is a little worrisome.
Yeah, you don't want them 5-0, man. You don't want them going 5-0 if you're a Bears fan, for sure.
Unfortunately, that touchdown for Aaron Rodgers does not count for fantasy points since it went to the wrong team. So.
I mean, it counts for negative fantasy points.
And it counts for defense if you got him.
Yeah.
If you still got a defense in your league.
Yeah.
Hey,
Correct.
shout out. We're talking about old school and friends, man. I see somebody in the chat right here that I want to give a shout out to. For whom J Bell tolls, my man Jeff Bell. He's in the building saying what's up. Good morning to you. I know Mr.
Good
Swanson
morning,
does
Jeff.
the rundown every Sunday, and since he's not here, we're gonna shout out Lucius. We're gonna shout out Zach, always in the chat. That's our guy, Eric Brewer. Welcome back. So the team's here, starting to build it, and everybody's coming into the chat. I love it, man. Sunday morning,
it's week
baby.
5. I mean, I'm sure
they're
people are
trickling
watching
in.
the game. I mean,
Yeah, you got to be watching the game, but you can have us on your phone while you watch the game.
or tablet or
Yeah.
laptop or however you get your morning tilt.
Yeah.
But yeah, let's get into some of it. We got Lucius in here. It says, morning squad, go
Let's
with
go.
Eckler or Waddle this morning. Full PPR.
Yeah, week 2, I got the pleasure of going to see that Washington Commanders and Giants game, and I saw Eckler return a kickoff for a touchdown that got called back. He looked electric. He looked like old Eckler, and the only reason he was out was a concussion. It's not like he's coming back from any injury. I expect him to have a decent game. Like, I don't think he's going to play poorly, and against, that vaunted Cleveland defense that hasn't been so vaunted this year, I don't expect him to have a problem getting some catches, and I'm down on Waddle. Like, I'm a Dolphins fan, and I love it. But I'm down on Waddle in that entire offense until we get to it back. I just haven't seen enough of it yet. They could look completely off schedule, completely on the wrong page.
Yeah.
It just doesn't look like it's in sync at all, and it's hurting Waddle for sure.
Crooked
I
Commission.
agree. I mean,
in here.
yeah, I mean, I agree with Juan as well. It's just, unfortunately, with that Miami offense looks completely inept without Tua there. And it's hard to trust anybody on that offense, even A-Chain, you know, and I get Moster's coming back as well, but
it's going to muddy
just
the waters
having
even more.
Having that lack of quarterback, though, you can just completely stack the boxes against these guys, and it just shuts everything down. So, I mean, one of my sits that I recommended this week that I have on TikTok as well was sitting Tyreek, and it felt so ugly and bad to say that, but just looking at his last few games since Tua has been out, it's like there's really nothing worth starting with him right now.
If you sat him for Mooney or if you sat him for Evans, like, that was a good call. Like, you know what I mean? You had to.
You look like a genius there.
Yeah, look pretty brilliant. Gutsy move though, but it's time.
Sure.
You have to do it.
Felt
That's a
ugly.
good call.
Doesn't feel right, but
I just wanted to look at one last thing before.
I think Eckler had like 53 yards or something the last time when he went out with the concussion, and he's been looking pretty good, and that offense looks good. And Brian Robinson was also on the injury report this week, wasn't he?
Yes,
wasn't
he was,
limited?
but he's good to go.
Okay.
He was questionable, and if he's on the ticker like that, still questionable, I have to take him off. We did receive news last night that
he's a go.
He's a go. So I'm a little lower on Eckler altogether.
But over Waddle, though, for this particular tilt?
For this particular
obviously
tilt,
this is a flex spot. You're throwing somebody in the flex here.
Right. So I think you have a better chance of Waddle.
Really?
Yeah.
Just breaking one play?
I mean, he's been scoring, 7 to 8 points a week?
Woof.
Yeah. What's Eckler been scoring? I mean,
Woof.
Eckler's had some decent games, though, huh?
Yeah, man.
Eckler's at least had a touchdown.
Though. Yeah, like that's my theory is like they've been moving the ball. The boy Daniels can definitely play.
All right.
You know what I mean? He's going to get a chance maybe around the goal line. Actually, you said Sermon before we got on air. I'm going to put Eckler right here with Sermon. I'm going to do an all ugly touchdown parlay.
Oh boy.
And Eckler's in it.
It's going to be like plus 400,000.
We shall see.
So,
all right. So there it is.
The last game with Eckler for sure. 30 yards with the touchdown, 2 catches for 20 yards. So I mean, he's
and that was half
not
the game.
Blowing your socks off, yeah.
That was only half the game because he went out with the concussion.
Yeah. So
we'll
he's more
see.
trustworthy than me.
Yeah, I'm leaving Miami alone this week.
Good morning, Zach.
Morning, Zach, my dude.
Morning.
Zach says Charbonnet or the aforementioned Trey Sermon.
He's getting that whole workload, man. Give me Trey Sermon.
Trey Sermon over Charbonnet.
Yeah. Kenneth Walker's back.
Oh, yeah.
And he looks really good.
Oh, yeah. And the Giants defense?
Yeah, porous.
Not bad against the run.
Yeah. Well, that's because you can just throw it down the field and go crazy, because you guys can't cover anybody. So,
but I think this game gets out of hand really fast. There's a lot of holes on the Giants defense. I just got news that Drew Phillips is probably going to be out too. So uptick on Jackson Smith and Jigba there.
Huge, especially with DK and Lockett kind of banged up.
Yeah. So, but Trey Sermon for sure is going to get a full workload with Joe Flacco being in there as quarterback.
Yeah,
it's wheels up for Trey Sermon this week.
I like,
in the rain.
Yeah,
so
in the possible rain. Yeah.
Oh no, it's 7. It's
gonna rain.
Oh, it's rain.
Man, I'm having second thoughts.
I don't necessarily like that matchup, but like against Charbonnet between these two guys, I would definitely take Sermon just because of the workload. But just the overall matchup for Trey today, I'm not super crazy about it, but like I said, between these two guys, definitely go with Trey.
Yeah, just the opportunity feels like it's going to be there more for him with Kenneth Walker being back and stuff. So,
yeah, I can see it. I mean, Trey Sermon.
I'm sure we'll be circling back to that game, and we'll be talking about the Giants and Seahawks game a lot, because there's a lot of different little matchups there that you have to mess around with, and you got some guys that are kind of doubtful or out that we're going to have to make substitutions
Jacksonville is 26th against the fantasy running backs.
Yeah. Sermon's a start. He's a smash. He's in my Millie Maker.
Sermon should be in all lineups today.
Yeah.
Even as a low-end flex, if you have to.
Yeah. Cheap option on Millie Maker.
Shout out to Mr. Swanson. I hope you didn't hear that, because you know what he did?
Uh-oh.
You know what he did? He played a waiver wire game with me, Juan.
Yeah.
He went out there, picked up Trey Sermon.
Yeah, he outbid me. I bid for him.
I bid for him.
Yeah, I bid like 22 fab for him.
And
my man jumped out the window.
Jonathan Taylor manager. And my guy went down, and
he caught you
just
slipping.
Jumps out there, Trey Sermon, like
choke on your own medicine, my dude. You've been doing that to me.
Now I got to
years.
start Kenneth Walker.
Yeah.
Damn.
Oh, what a shame. Tough spot to be in over here. Get out of here. First world problems.
Yeah, no shit.
I had to sit
what are we
Jonathan
talking
Taylor,
about here?
Drats, and I'm gonna get to start
James Conner.
Hey, where's that violin at?
James.
Where's that violin?
I like that one. Play that thing. He loves playing that thing to us too. Yeah. It's his favorite instrument.
We got Eric Brewer here. Morning, guys.
Morning,
he says
Eric.
need three half-point PPR. Ayuk, Najee, Swift, Antonio Gibson, Sermon. Ooh, running backs everywhere.
Love these tilts, man. Eric Brewer always brings a good tilt, man.
Christ, that's tough.
Yeah.
You got to pick three. So who do we?
Hey,
I'm not a big fan of Antonio Gibson.
I'm not, but I'm gonna go with Najee against that Cowboys defense, though.
Yeah, with no Jalen.
Warren. Yeah.
So
I think it's what Najee's Sermon, and then it's between Ayuk and Swift.
Yeah, give me Ayuk though. That last week was an anomaly. That was a strange game where everything was Swift. All the plays were called for him.
It wasn't an anomaly.
You don't think so?
No,
he's been playing
I think
terrible.
he goes against Carolina today too, and he has a great game.
Yeah. What over Ayuk though?
No, not over Ayuk. I think
against Arizona.
I think we put Swift, Najee, Ayuk in there, and
so Swift over Sermon for you.
Swift over Sermon.
Okay. I don't know if I love that.
I'd go with Ayuk.
Ayuk and Najee are locked in. That's what we're saying.
Yeah.
Usually when these guys put up these tilts, man, I love the tilt squad because they already know what they're doing. They're already usually playoff bound. You know what I mean? And they kind of put them in order right here. Except for Antonio Gibson and Sermon, I would flip, and then I might make a case for Sermon over Swift. But if you
want to make the case, go ahead. Be my guest.
I just full workload and the fact that I trust that offense more than I trust the Chicago Bears offense. I don't know what exactly it is they're going to do. You know, every week to week, it seems like it's a different game plan. And Swift was looking absolutely terrible before last week, the way he was trying to like miss holes on purpose. Like my man's running to the left side, he's got a clear hole, and then he just cuts it back into traffic.
Perhaps it had a lot to do with the Bears offense just not getting in sync. I mean, we saw the uptick. I mean, Swift has been the RB1 on that team the whole time.
Yeah. People make noise for Roschon and stuff, but it's not him.
And it was against the Rams. So this week it's against Carolina. Carolina does give up points.
Yeah.
All right. We know this. And I think that, hey, this worked for the Bears.
Yeah. Right? It looks like a winning formula.
It worked.
Hurt their receivers last week, though, didn't it?
It did. But, I mean, it is what it is. But with all three receivers on the field, you can do that. You can run the ball.
That was the damn
because
theory.
They're afraid of the pass.
Yeah.
So
you got to make them fear it.
The defense moves back a little bit, and then the holes start to open up. I don't foresee it being much different today for DeAndre Swift than it was last week up against the Rams defense. Yeah. And Trey Sermon, he's okay.
Yeah, go ahead, Kamish. What's up?
No, but the worry I just have with Swift is when you hear the offensive coordinator saying, "Hey, we're still trying to find our identity and stuff," and it's just kind of like, okay. So I get he had a good game last week.
That was the first one, though.
Yeah, no. I completely understand. I think a lot of it too is like Caleb. If he's going to continue to check the ball down to him, then
sky's the limit.
Be a safe play. Yeah, because I mean he had 7 catches on 7 targets there. So, I mean, just those little dink and dunk passes, if that's going to continue to happen and be part of their offense, then yeah. But it's one of those things where we need to see it a little bit more consistent with Chicago's offense and not just it could just be a fluke thing. I mean,
all right.
I get it worked out.
Sermon is going to get a full workload.
That's
today.
what I mean.
Yeah.
It was
At least 25
Swift
carries.
had 30, 18, and 20 first 3 games.
Yeah.
Yards. And then he finally broke out last week, had one long run. And you're right about the targets. You're definitely right. But it's 5 targets, 4 targets, and then 7 targets this last game. So now, like, the targets are starting to ramp up. So if he is involved in a passing game, if this were full PPR, slam dunk Swift. It's half PPR. I might lean Sermon.
Okay.
I agree with Najee and Ayuk all day long, but I think I'm going to take Sermon today over Swift.
Fair enough. I'll tilt with you.
You tilt with me?
Yeah.
All right. We're on the Trey Sermon train today.
Consensus.
Mitch Jordan.
That's my boy from my fantasy leagues and stuff like that. Thanks, Mitch, for tuning in.
What's up, Mitch?
And welcome in, Mitch. Dude,
like and subscribe.
Lifetime Dolphins fan. Mitch, I hear you. It hurts me so much. I have Achane everywhere. I have Mostert in dynasty leagues. I have Tyreek Hill, Waddle. I even have Jonnu Smith in a couple leagues, dude. Like, I'm a Dolphin fan for real, and it hurts. We're struggling bad right now. That's an ugly game. 35.5 over under. Like, we're not going to get any points in that game. The game looks terrible.
Do you personally think Tua is going to come back this season?
100%.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Week.
So 7. Don't do a fire sale on the receivers for Miami. Just hold tight.
Why?
No, you got to hold on.
Now you have to hold.
You got to hold on Waddle.
Yeah, Chef's the finance guy, and he's going to tell you, like, hold on certain things. No, he's great at, like, valuing. He does in real life, too. But I mean,
in real life.
That's what I'm saying. He plays the stock market and the fantasy stock market. I love
I'm in the mortgage business.
He's
I watch the mortgage.
Oh, my bad.
So.
Yeah, but he'll tell you when to hold, when to sell, like when you should, sell high and all that. And he's a big proponent of that. And right now, you just don't have any value. Like, you can't get anything back for these guys. Nobody wants to touch them.
You don't sell when you're in the gutter.
No. You wait till Tua comes back. He pops 1 week, and you don't trust it, and the value goes back up. Sell him by all means before the trade deadline.
Unless you need something to keep going. Like if you're 0-4.
Oh yeah, if you're desperate. Yeah, you got to sell.
We're there. Yeah. I'm sure there's some 0-4 teams out there
for sure.
Not any of mine.
Luckily, yeah. No,
my boy Mitch is one of them.
Well, then, if you're struggling, you're holding on to like Tyreek Hill and you're hoping that it comes back together. You know what? Go to that number 1 team and say, hey, listen, I need to stay alive. Give me what I need to stay alive. Go out and get 2 pieces for a Tyreek Hill.
Yeah. What those 2 pieces are, I don't know what right now.
I'm not going to put any names out there. We got some other tilts to get to.
All right.
So
I love playing that hypothetical trade game, though. But all right, let's rock.
Yeah.
Not right now.
On a regular pod, we could.
All right. We're tilted here.
Good morning, gents. Dame Roche in the building. He
Welcome
says,
back, Dame.
I hope you are having a blessed week. And yes.
So far, so good.
He says, I need 2 flex in PPR, full PPR league. I have Shaheed, Sutton, and Waddle. Ooh. JT is out for him. Montgomery is on a bye. Barkley on a bye. Hurts on a bye. So he needs Sutton. We have to pick 2 out of Shaheed, Sutton, and Waddle. I know it's Shaheed for sure.
We love him.
So it's Waddle, who we just talked about, or Cortland Sutton. Wow, that was fast.
Yep.
Why do you say Sutton? I have to ask now.
Yeah, Raiders poorest secondary. He's the number 1 target guy. And I don't trust Waddle or any of the Dolphins, like we've been talking about, so far this show. Like I'm so scared of the Dolphins right now that I'd really rather start Cortland Sutton.
Fair.
81, 89, 81, 88, 74, 79% of the snaps. 12 targets, 4 targets, 11 targets, 8 targets. So he's
going to get targets.
He's the offense.
Yeah.
Whatever little bit of offense they have, because they only scored 10 points last week.
Yeah. Well, that was the Jets. And they won that game.
Yeah, they won.
In their defense.
And they won by any means necessary. I think the offense eventually will start to come around. I don't know if this is the week, that Bo Nix figures it out, but he's definitely the one. So just better opportunity for him over Waddle. And we love Shaheed.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Shaheed's no doubter at this point right now.
All right, so we're all on agreement to
Saints
this.
Offense is smashing. Yep.
All right, cool.
Fun Monday night game too, huh? Against Kansas City. That's going to be fun. Saints and Chiefs.
Zach weighs in. He says Aaron Rodgers looks like every Jets quarterback over the last 5 years.
Christian Hackenberg, what'd you say?
Dude, the Jets.
Zach Wilson, what?
Is shutting them down right now.
Tim Boyle in the building.
Zach also
Jesus.
goes Tyrone Tracy
Ah,
or Zach
there it
Charbonnet, and
here we are
it's Tyrone Tracy
all day. Oh, now, I do
He's
want
getting all the workload.
I do want a little bit of a
Not
clarification.
all of it. Eric Gray will be out there.
So yeah, that's true. He will get some touches, but I like Tracy because if the Seahawks come in the same way they came in against Detroit, without Leonard Williams, without Mafe, without their middle linebacker Jordan Baker, and without a safety, like they were porous, and then Detroit ran it down their throat. So I feel like that's a place where they're vulnerable, especially if those guys aren't coming back into the fold. If they still have those holes on defense, I think Tracy can have a sneaky, decent game, especially with no Malik Neighbors out there. It's his backfield. I like it over Charbonnet.
Fair.
And you picked them up, play them. You know,
Picked him up to play him.
right? You paid money for him.
I mean, I'd rather play 100% of Tracy than like 40%.
Yeah, 30-40%
of the touches from Seattle today.
Yeah, with Charbonnet, you're going to need like a fluke type of touchdown or just a breaking coverage thing as he's just subbing in for Walker.
Yeah.
You know, just it's
Screen
hard to
pass,
depend
and
on
he
that
takes it.
shit. Yeah,
Right.
no, I mean, within the realm of possibilities, but just
100%.
Good morning, Janet Dominguez.
Morning. I know her.
Ah, okay. Crooked Commish
Commish bringing his friends
people-
in the building. I
people in
like
the
it.
Building. Let's go. All right, Dan Roche
Trying to
has
build
a
up
long
this
one.
tilt
We're gonna
squad.
we're gonna try to get this done. It's defense. Oh,
Ooh,
Vikings defense or Seahawks defense?
Well, too late.
Wow.
Oh,
Yeah,
yeah.
I think
It would have been Van Ginkel and them boys.
Yeah.
You started
Vikings.
Yeah.
I hope you started them, dude.
Lastly, it needs a flex. Rico Dowdle, Jerry Jeudy, Javonte Williams, or Darius Slayton.
Woof.
I'm in on Dowdle, even though it's
Against
against
the Steelers?
Pittsburgh. Even though it's Pittsburgh, I don't trust any of these guys. You gonna trust Darius Slayton for a long bomb
No,
Not really.
against Seattle?
no. I trust they're
Not
going to
really.
try it, but I don't trust
They're gonna
they're going
try
to
it. I don't know if they're gonna catch it.
Jerry Jeudy too. Jesus.
Oof.
Man.
Yeah, like
Yeah. You guys aren't making it easy today. That's for damn
not against
sure.
Emmanuel Forbes. No.
What about Devontae against the Raiders? We saw Chuba light him up a couple weeks ago.
Javonte is like a running back 3 flex.
That's what I mean. That's where we're living right now. Because so is Dowdle.
Oh, yeah. Let's
It,
see here.
for me, it would be I'd be decided between Javonte and Rico Dowdle because I don't trust Slayton and that and the opportunities, and Judy's so sometimey.
Yeah, Judy's at least
you're
getting
right.
some targets though. Judy's solid, 8, 6, 7, 9 targets. And 6.
They're just Voldemort targets, and they're no bueno. Like they're off target. You know what I mean? He's getting targets, but they're horrible throws. Like this, it looks really bad. But
How much do you think? Go ahead.
I don't know, man. I mean, the numbers say Javonte Williams
Right.
in your defense.
it's just a feel thing. But I would have to rank it: Javonte, Dowdle, Judy, Slayton. If I was ranking the 4. And it's just, and again, I'm a
It's
big fan
icky.
of opportunity. It's icky. Oh, it's woof. I already said we started off with a woof. Like,
Yeah.
Oh man,
I would do Rico, Judy, Javonte, and then Slayton.
in the same order
The way he has it there.
I think I might lean
Just-
Rico.
All right, if you guys are going Rico, I'll go with you. I'll go because it's not pretty. It's not like there's an obvious other
No.
candidate.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I would just say I would probably take Javonte over Jerry Jeudy.
And Dame also adds that thank you again. Wanted to know if you guys can give a big shout out to the folks out here in North Carolina
For real,
from the
man.
hurricane.
For real, man.
Oh
They
yeah.
have sent
T's and
me
P's, dog.
and my platoon and other active duty soldiers for emergency relief to help Hurricane Helene, to help families in North Carolina, Tennessee. And I have a couple people here that actually watch your podcast.
That's what's up.
Get
Welcome back, family.
out.
Hey, listen. Oh, I was in the 253rd Trans National Guard right here out of Cape May and Tuckerton, and we would have been out on the call on something like that. Something like that, we definitely would have been in those trucks and we'd have been down there with supplies and all that. So shout out to you for going down there to help people out.
I mean, not to get
That's
political, but I've been watching it on the news, and
Yeah.
I'm like, "Yo, these people need help. Like,
Right,
why aren't we
right.
there already?"
Yeah, there's
I
so,
almost wanted to get in my car.
you know what I mean? I thought about the same thing. I was like, Chef, like, what if we just take a little road trip, jump in the Jeep, you know what I mean, and just head down and get busy and go down there and do something. Because it's tough, like to watch people struggle without any
But
kind of
thank
assistance.
you for your assistance.
Yes,
Dame.
sir.
And I hope you
Shout
win
out
your league.
Dame.
And shout out for the people out there that are watching us with Dave.
Bro, my brother used to live in
Yeah.
Asheville, bro. Beautiful area, beautiful people. Like everyone was so nice. We spent a week down there, and it was one of the times of my life. Like we had such a great time. All the great breweries and all the great beer halls and stuff. It was an absolute blast. And T's and P's, man, for sure.
Jim Rambo coming in.
Coolest name in fantasy football.
Morning, guys. I think I'm good for today. He said he started Darnell Mooney and I had the
Attaboy.
Vikings D. Wow, you're having a good
Yeah.
day,
Look
Jim.
at Jim.
I love it.
I'd be
I
feeling good
love
about
it.
myself too.
Yeah,
Right?
Yeah.
Like,
Eric Brewer wants to know, does Najee scare you at all after the game he had last week? No, not really, because he's getting a full 100% workload today.
Yeah. He gets the whole backfield. I'd be shocked if he doesn't get 20 carries time.
Oh, yeah.
Shocked.
how much of a threat do you think Fields is at the goal line, just taking carries away from him? There is like that going to be an issue all season long. Like that's
It is a threat.
to where
It is
he's
a
going to be
threat, for
dependent
sure.
on catching the ball and stuff because he's not
Yeah, he's
still
almost
running too
dependent-
great.
He's almost dependent on breaking a touchdown from like the 12-yard line.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Yeah.
just outside
Yeah.
the red zone type
Just
style. Yeah.
outside the 10 zone, like, okay, I'm going to break it through the second level and grab me a touchdown right here.
It's kind of a cool shift though, because he started out with 20 carries, 17 carries, 18 carries. Then he went down to 13, but then you've seen the targets go the other way. The targets are going up, and
Yes.
they're using Fields to like
Yes.
check it down. Najee's your relief.
Yep.
Here it is. Just throw it, check it down.
Just a
So
safety net right
yeah,
here.
you need that.
Don't.
You need that. I would expect Freiermuth to have been a little bit more involved in that
He may
offense.
get more involved today.
Yeah.
But I do like Najee today.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not afraid of him. I think George Pickens is going to have a good day as well. That's it. On to the next.
He still doesn't have a rushing touchdown this year, Najee. So that might change tonight. Let's put him in the ugly.
Oh, that's an ugly.
Yeah,
bench.
that's ugly.
I mean,
part,
I
right?
have him in most of the DFS lineups. I'm not gonna lie.
See, and that's part of the issue with having Fields there that we were talking about. Just when it gets
Mhm.
around there, they're going to do the option stuff, and
Fields just gonna
maybe he
keep it.
gets it. Maybe. Yeah.
Why
Yeah.
wouldn't you keep it? Like you're an all-world athlete. Like I understand, from a football standpoint, it hurts us in fantasy, but like if I'm Fields, I'm keeping that thing too.
All right, and Mitch is coming in and saying, should he sit Tyreek for Worthy?
Talking about trying to hit home runs here, huh?
I mean, it sounds
Pretty
like it.
much.
You have to at this
I mean,
point,
he's got
right?
I
HM,
would.
Hill, Waddle, and that
Right,
sucks.
right,
Uh,
commission. Like no more Rice,
Yeah. Yeah. No, don't get me wrong. Worthy still, I think, boom or bust type of guy. Like he's sort of like how Gabe Davis was a few years ago with the
Bills.
the Bills. Yeah, it's either he's going to have 3 catches for 112 yards and a touchdown or 2, or he's going to have 2 catches for 15 yards or something. So,
I don't know what
but the good thing with Worthy though is they do use him with the jet sweep, so he's going to get those handoffs and shit like that. So the more that the ball's in his hands, the more chances he can just burn guys and take it 60, like Tyreek used to do.
Yeah, he's one of those guys that's one touch away from changing your whole fantasy week.
How much do you think, Juan, that Juju Smith-Schuster plays on the outside and they put Xavier Worthy into the slot? How much do you think that changes?
Well, they move him around all over the place, and they try to line him up in different kind of like almost like a Debo kind of way where he can line up anywhere, and they run him on sweeps, and he gets a head start, and he goes in motion a lot. But I think he does play a lot in the slot today tomorrow night, and I don't know. I think Juju is on the outside.
So here's my
Is it
thought
Alontae
process.
Taylor? What are you looking at? Marshawn
So,
Lattimore?
yeah. So they have it written down as Marshawn Lattimore on Xavier Worthy on the
He'll
outside,
torch him.
and I think number one, I think Worthy can beat him on the outside.
Yeah.
He can just gas him. That's number one. Number two, Worthy plays all over the field, and if I'm looking at the spread right, it's 34% on the left, 35 in the slot, 31 on the right. So that's literally everywhere.
Yep.
Lattimore's not going to shadow.
Nope.
I like Xavier Worthy over Tyreek today
Yeah,
against the Patriots.
100%. I would take that
feels
chance.
ugly
today.
saying that, but like I said,
Right.
until Tua comes back.
But here's
I mean,
what it is. I think it's more of a Worthy game than people are touting out here about Juju Smith-Schuster. Oh, he knows the offense. He's been here before. Dude, they also cut you before.
Yeah. They let him go.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They had no need for him. The explosive player is Worthy. The guy with the opportunity to hit a home run is Worthy. So in that offense, I just trust it more right now. You can't trust the Dolphins to do anything. We looked absolutely anemic. We couldn't move the ball. I mean, Tyreek was open a couple times, and Huntley just couldn't hit him. And I just don't trust it whatsoever. And like you said, lining up all over the place, being used in gadget plays. That first game he came into the league, it was a reverse and a jet sweep, like the commissioner said. I like Worthy as a play. Wow, that hurts. But you know what? You would have called me an idiot on Wednesday if I told you to start Darnell Mooney over Tyreek Hill, and then there goes Darnell Mooney.
Yeah.
So
that's true.
Right now, just stay away from the Dolphins.
Shout out to Jay Bray. Thanks for coming in. Jay, what's up?
Jay? Outlast.
And we're going to move into Giuseppe. What's going on? Good morning. Good morning. He says, good morning, fellas.
Morning.
Pick 2, half-point PPR. Chase Brown, Cam Akers, Rico Dowdle, or Javonte. It's the same fun pack of players.
Yeah.
Well, we're already taking Dowdle over Javonte, we said.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I like Chase Brown. I mean, he's just getting more and more volume over Zach Moss, especially around the goal line. And the only thing that's keeping Zach Moss relevant is his little catches, his dump off catches and stuff. But if
Which should be Browns.
No, they own that. Zach Moss owns those.
It should. I wouldn't.
And I think Zach Moss owns them today against Baltimore. I think they're going to wind up passing more than running the ball. And that's where Zach Moss actually works out in the passing game. I'm not sure if I go with Cam Akers.
I don't like that either.
He's had plenty of chances where he's the main guy and he's had the opportunity and he just doesn't do anything with it.
I mean,
how about against the Bills though? They've looked terrible. I know it was King Henry, man, but
maybe that's why it looked terrible.
But even HN had a good game too, though.
Baltimore was that good of an offensive line.
I just think the Bills are too banged up in the secondary. They lost Matt Milano. They lost Teron Johnson. Like they've just Terrell Bernard. Like they have too many injuries on the back end and in the second level. Like their D line is good, but once you hit the outside or you hit a hole, that second level is having a hard time tackling.
I mean, Chase Brown has been doing better than Cam Akers, and Cam Akers has had full opportunity. Chase Brown's only playing 29% of the snaps.
But Cam Akers had one opportunity against the Vikings, right? Like that's a tough run defense.
It's true. I mean, you can make that case. Do we like Cam Akers more than Rico Dowdle?
No,
I'll take Rico.
All right, so then it's Chase Brown and Rico.
That's the battle. That's where we're at.
Yeah.
Who else are we taking here? Javonte?
No. Javonte's at the bottom.
So we're taking Chase and Dowdle then.
Yeah.
Because we took Cam Akers out of it.
Yeah. Let's do that.
Yeah.
Let's do 2, especially half PPR. Yeah, let's go Chase and Dowdle.
And he's coming right back at us. Lamar or Daniels?
Woof.
Oh, playing with fire, man.
That's
like
sexy.
Really?
I'm not sitting Lamar.
You can't.
I know he outperformed him last week, and we went through the whole tilts. Where did we stop? We said Daniels over Lamar last week, and he did it. And then we only left Josh Allen over him, and it should have been Daniels last week. That's what the battle was. We had Daniels ranked like 3rd, I guess, and he outperformed. He did well, but not over Lamar.
Yeah, that's where I draw the line.
Against the Bengals too,
he's got a good matchup.
Yeah, man.
All right, let's see.
Big game for
yeah.
Oh, no takers.
It's tough when the value is low. You can't get those trades off, man.
Chris T, welcome in. He says start Olave, Thomas Jr., or Sermon in the flex. It's half point per carry for running backs.
Oh,
interesting.
Well, then you just got to go Sherman.
Different. Right? That's a different little scoring system there, man.
For every carry you're going to get? Yeah.
You're going to get 10 points extra just for running the ball with 20 carries?
Yeah, give me at least 8 to 10 points there.
Yeah.
Plus the yards.
Wow. With that lineup, I just want to make sure because, if Olave has a bang up match.
I don't know. If he's got, if McDuffie shadows him, it's a problem.
Unless the receivers are getting half PPR or full PPR, it really kind of doesn't make it much of a choice because you're just going to be banking on the yards for the receivers if it's not a PPR.
Well, I mean,
they're going to need a touchdown.
Just for S's and G's, let's just say that it is full PPR for running back. Oh, for everybody.
Everybody, yeah.
And then you get the extra half per carry. Would you still go Sermon?
Yes,
I think I
because
kind
he
of
could
would.
even get some catches.
Yes.
You know,
Yeah.
so he's
Yeah.
getting points from all over the place. I feel like the running back is the play, and I like the matchup, especially if he gets sloppy, like you're saying, Chef. And you just shout out Joe Martucci, our weatherman, for the pod. Like, if he's telling you there's going to be some rain, and he's telling you it might get sloppy down there in Duval, then I mean, you got to think Sherman gets 15 to 20 carries, no matter what the game script, and no matter who starts at QB.
Yeah.
Not to mention, if the Colts are up towards the end of the game and it's time to kill that clock, he's going to get all those carries just to kill the clock. You know, and yeah.
Every
So,
time he runs into the back of an offensive lineman, he's going to get a half a point. Yeah, sign me
Yep.
up for that.
All right.
Don't fumble.
And Zach goes,
Please don't fumble.
here more on Akers. Tracy or Akers?
Tracy.
Tracy.
Wow, Kamish, look at that jinx.
Okay. All right.
I just don't like Cam Akers, man. I can't trust him.
I don't know why. Me too, Kamish. It's just been a problem for me for a long time, man.
He's a jag. He's just another guy.
Look at that, Zach. I like Zach doing publicity for us. Drop a like and subscribe.
Yeah.
My dude.
Every week. Love it.
Yeah.
Freddie
Squad.
Wonder from Facebook.
Welcome back.
Morning, guys. First time checking in this year.
Yeah.
Welcome in.
Welcome
Morning.
back, baby.
Needing one for my flex this week. Hunt Moss or Josh Downs.
Oh, I'm gonna show my cards here. I love Downs this week. I don't like the weather
PPR?
report you've given me. Yeah.
I don't like the weather report at all.
Now that's what's killing me. Is after you hit me with that weather report, Chef, I've been rethinking my Millie Maker. I'd made it yesterday. I was ready to go. I took all guys that aren't injured. I did it right. I budgeted my money and I put Josh Downs in there. And I don't think so.
I'll take Hunt on this.
Yeah, I
one.
was gonna say I think I'm gonna go with the
I
I
commission.
think I'm going to wait on Monday and go with Hunt.
Yeah, it's KC's looking to incorporate him more and more each week.
Yeah,
They're liking what they see out of him.
He was a little
plus,
chipped up this week. He reported a shoulder injury. He was limited in practice Wednesday and Thursday. Thursday and Friday. Saturday, he got a full practice in. He got taken off the injury report, and reports are that he is good to go. So from what I saw last week, it's Hunt's world now. Carson Steele is clearly riding this deal.
He has to sit on that bench, buddy.
And
Can't fumble like that.
And as much as I want to say Josh Downs with you guys, like
no. I'm with you. I'm with you.
Yeah,
on that.
like I'm going Hunt.
I like Downs. I've been playing them and all my stuff, but what you said about the weather, I don't know who's that quarterback. And Hunt is a surefire guy to get double-digit carries in a good matchup, and he'll catch the ball probably some out of the backfield too, with the injuries to Rishi Rice. So yeah. Let's go Hunt.
I'm trying to bring this.
I love this.
season.
It's hunting season, baby. Yeah, tomorrow night. That's gonna be fun, man. I can't wait for that game. I'm actually excited for that one.
All right, so let me see real fast. I just want to bring this up with Joe Martucci because we tilt here on the tilt. Let's see here.
Bit.
Let me present.
Yeah.
Oh, let me get that off of there. We were at Freddie Watson. Share screen. Here we go. Yes, got it.
Martucci.
All right, so this started out yesterday, and I'm on it. Say, hey Joe, what you taking the weather down in Jacksonville for tomorrow? I saw it there. Every time I set up my lineup sheet for this show, I always try to just pencil in the hard weather games. And he said definitely periods of rain, heavy at times. Shouldn't be too windy though. So that gives me a little bit of hope for the passing game.
I'm okay with that, yeah. And Joe Flacco's got that cannon. He's going to throw it through the wind anyway.
And listen, I wrote him at 10:30 at night. The guy, answers me back at 8 o'clock in the morning. He's saying sorry, but he did have a question, fantasy related, and he goes, he's hurting bad this week on buys, and he plays in a 14-team league.
Real
so
deal.
Waiver wire is depleted.
And yeah.
So he goes, he's hurting because of injuries and buys. He needs a flex. Does he go Bigsby? Now, I told him Bigsby or Tolbert in this. And if you look on the screen, Juan, he has a choice between Bigsby, McLaughlin, Tolbert, Gasecki, Bo Melton, which is a dart throw,
But he's a home run hitter, that boy.
He's going to play the
Christian
Watson role.
Yeah,
today.
but that's a feast or famine role. It's all even with Christian Watson would have been feast or famine.
Strange.
No Evan Ingram.
No Evan Ingram. Waiting. Or Ngumba Wale.
I think you give me Bigsby.
That's what I said.
Yeah.
I said Bigsby or Tolbert as a second because no Brandon Cooks.
Yeah. He's on IR now, so he'll be out for a few weeks. Yeah. Tolbert's a good little pickup for those of you out there in those deeper leagues.
I mean, I answered Joe already, and mine was Bigsby? Or Tolbert. Yes.
Okay. I go Bigsby with you.
I also asked him if Trey Tucker and all those guys were available. Jordan Whittington Tucker, and
Tucker,
all that. Yeah. And no, they weren't because it's a 14-team league, and that's savage.
Everybody's anticipating Devontae leaving any day now. And Tucker is going to fit right in being the main guy there once he goes.
I called it here on the show 2 weeks ago.
Be in shambles.
I told you guys to go out and get Trey Tucker. He's still available on waivers.
Oh, yeah, big time.
Like under 50% for sure.
That offense is going to be atrocious.
But it may be like how the Giants receivers are in the offense, to where Tucker just may get the sheer just volume and looks just like how Neighbors and Waddell are.
I think he can handle that volume.
Yeah.
Exposed the player. On the screen, 36% in sleeper leagues. Trey Tucker.
Yeah.
Josh Downs, 51%.
All right, Downs a lot.
Let's get back to some tilt, shall we?
Let's do it.
Here we are. Jim Rambo come back in, maybe just one. Flex PPR. Should I bench Achane and put in Tutu Atwell?
Let's not go that far.
No. No.
Now you've gone too far. No.
Oh man.
Were you really considering that, Jim, or you just wanted to type into the show? Let's be honest.
Either way, it works out for us. But yeah, I'm not going to go that far because HN still gets the targets and he gets used in a bunch of different ways. He's a workhorse kind of guy because they're lining him up in the slot. They're lining him up outside. They're running jet sweeps with him like he's a weapon. So yeah, give me HN.
Yeah, I mean he's averaging anywhere between 12 and 14 fantasy points a game, and he does have a ceiling aspect to him where he can go further and farther. I'm not
one touch. He's another one touch guy.
Yeah, I can't do it. Can you do it, Cricket Commish?
I feel where he's coming from because I have Achane and he really didn't do shit last week at all. You know, it's 2
bad weeks in a row. As soon as we lost to it, like he's had 2 bad games in a row, and he's not. And that the offense looks really bad.
Yeah, it does. It's like I understand the question and even putting it out there because at some point you just can't.
But the problem is
blindly. Go ahead.
No, I can't put my trust in Tutu because it's almost the same type of situation. Like you don't know who the one is going to be there. You don't know who's going to get the targets. It might be him. Jeff was just talking about Whittington. Demarcus Robinson's really actually leading the team in targets. So it's not like Tutu's getting this huge workload where I can count on it. I think I stick to my guns and play the one guy that I know is going to get double-digit carries. Like I know even if it's 10 carries, he's going to get them. And eventually that offense has to be a little bit better.
I think they do better today than they have in the past with Mostert back. I think it does open up the game a little bit for Achane a little bit.
They do a lot of 2RB.
Tutu Atwell, he gets manufactured touches. Like that's what it is. They manufacture touches for Tutu Atwell. I mean, he is going to have a decent game, but I don't think he has a better game than Achane.
Yeah. Good tilt though, Jim Rambo. Thank you. Appreciate the tilts as always.
Sack is funny.
Hey, just so you know, guys, I got about maybe 5 more minutes, and then I have to hop off and do my Bears pregame show with the Clubhouse Network that I do.
Plug it away, dude. Tell us where you're at.
Where are you going?
So, Chef mentioned at the beginning of the show, I'm with the Chicago Clubhouse Network. If we have any Chicago Bears fans here in this Tilt Squad, please go ahead and look us up on YouTube and Facebook. And we have a Monday night show, which I host, a fantasy football show. We go over what happened Sunday, talk about, who to pick up in the upcoming days here, answer your questions as well as far as ad drops. And then Tuesday is the main show where we go over the Bears game that happened on this past Sunday or Monday, whenever they do play. So like I said, any Bears fans there, please go ahead and check us out and follow us on Facebook and YouTube as well. So
shout out our boy at Dave Kluge. Dave Kluge is a big Chicago Bears fan. He's a big podcaster too. He's that dude. We did a few shows a couple years back, but he's huge on that. What is your big outlook for today? Like, what are you looking for? What are the keys to the Bears. Give me a little preview of what you're going to be talking about here in a few minutes when you leave. What's going on for this game against Carolina? What are you guys looking for?
Hopefully, well, Caleb needs to continue to grow. Obviously, I like what I've seen out of him as far as him not making the same mistakes. Usually he's getting faster on making his reads and dumping off the ball. Our offensive line, though, is where it really needs to come together and become more of a solid unit and stuff. There's so many injuries that are happening there, and so many guys moving in and out. Once we can solidify that and have like a solid base and stuff and get the running game going, then that'll definitely open up the game for Caleb Williams and stuff and make it a lot easier for him. The issue that I have and irritated with Swift is he's not an in between the tackles type of runner. He's a guy that you kind of need to get the ball in space and whatnot. And they just insistent on running him up the middle. Now, eventually he did break through this last game.
Yeah.
Finally, it took 4 freaking games for that to happen. But
try, and you might succeed. Yeah.
I do think Roschon Johnson needs to get more involved in the offense and kind of do a more thunder and lightning dynamic with those two guys. So, but like I said, the offensive line needs to get better, stay healthy. And if we can get the running game going and be more consistent, the play action opens up for Caleb. And then that's when he can hopefully get the chemistry going better with DJ and whatnot. So that's what's going to take, hopefully for Chicago to win there.
Fantastic. Y'all, everybody just got a nice little preview on what's going to be happening here for Crooked Commish soon. As a Dolphins fan, I can feel your pain about that O-line because that's what drives football teams. The guys that are in the Super Bowl every year is always the teams with the healthy O-line. So O-line health is a big key.
And shout out to the Chicago Clubhouse Network. Go check them out on YouTube. Check out the Crooked Commish on Mondays. Like and subscribe. Share the wealth.
Please.
Share the wealth.
You guys have a TikTok? Find me on TikTok, the Crooked Commish, even on Chicago Clubhouse Network as well. Bears fans, we're on TikTok as well. Help us grow there so we can stream on TikTok as well. So, but like I said, I want to thank you guys as well for bringing me on. I really do appreciate it.
No, thank you.
Thank you, bro. Yeah. Coming in for Mr. Swanson, coming in clutch and helping out the Tilt Squad family as the Tilt Squad family grows. And we any minute now get some breaking news. Nothing yet. Okay.
No.
We're waiting on that baby, bro. Waiting on that baby.
Any minute now. Now. But I also want to extend an invite to you, Chef. You've already been on my Monday show. Juan, if you're ever free on a Monday night and feel like talking or whatnot,
appreciate that.
And want to come on, you're more than welcome to come on and talk fantasy football on the Monday nights if you like.
I appreciate that. One of the taglines for the show is any day you get to talk about fantasy football is a great day. So I appreciate that invite. And if I can come on your show and chop it up and talk some O-line, I love talking defense and stuff. So yeah, I'd be honored to do it.
Beautiful. All right.
Appreciate you, man.
Awesome. Thank you guys again. Thank you, Tilt Squad. You guys, good luck today in fantasy. Hopefully you all win today. So
thanks again, Antonio. You have a good one, boy.
I'll see you in the playoffs,
Absolutely.
cousin.
All right, so shout out to Antonio Conchalo for the Chicago Clubhouse Network.
Crooked
Commish just stepping in. Thank you so much. And he's going right to another show.
That's awesome.
And he's out in Arizona. He woke up at like 5 o'clock in the morning
it's
for
early
this
for
show.
him, dude. Yeah, it's before breakfast for him, dude.
But let's get back into some tilts.
Let's get it. Oh, Silly Stats is back.
We got Silly Stats in here. He says, "What's up, guys? Full PPR, Ayuk or Wandell?"
Ooh.
And now we know the situation with Seattle.
Yeah.
And I'm sorry, New York, that
in Seattle.
Neighbors is out today.
Mm-hmm.
Wandell should get a fair share of targets, which he has been already.
Yeah, he already was. He already was getting peppered with those targets. I don't know how I can start him over Ayuk.
I don't know either.
I gotta start Ayuk.
Yeah, it's Ayuk for me.
Yeah,
Ayuk is like a wide receiver 2 in my book.
Yeah.
Wandell's more like a flex play.
Yeah,
if that helps.
Yeah, I don't. Against Arizona too. Like, yeah, give me Ayuk.
Zach needs to know Waddle, Coleman, Pittman, DK, Wandell, Waddle. Need 3. I think it's DK, Pittman, Coleman.
Coleman over Wandell. Well, even with the lack of targets and the lack of involvement in the offense, you think it finally grows?
Right there.
I think I might go Wandale, man. I think Wandale gets double-digit targets again this week.
Okay.
I like the games out of Amon-Ra. I like the sneaky double play that they did against with
I
Jameson
guess
Williams.
Wandale has a safer floor.
You know what I mean? Like it just feels
Coleman
like
has a higher ceiling.
yeah, I guess so. Yes, his ceiling is higher. He could be a red zone threat. He's supposed to be and was drafted for being a red zone threat and just hasn't been so far. But yeah, I think I'll go with you, Pittman and DK for sure.
All right, and I'll go with you on Wandale after
Yeah.
that explanation. Yep, makes sense. All in one show back in the building. He said,
Welcome
"What's up,
back.
guys? Wicks or Higgins?"
One of my big plays this week is Dontavian Wicks, bro.
Yeah.
Yeah, I have him in all my daily lineups. I feel like he's a touchdown scorer. I might even put some down for him to score 2 times. Let me put that in the ugly touchdown scorers. Oh, we're doing good here with this ugly one. We got Sermon, Eckler, Najee, and Wicks.
And we know the situation going forward. Watson is banged up per usual.
Yeah, okay, so that we knew that.
And then
how do we know Dobbs was going to be a diva?
Romeo Dobbs, the diva.
What do you mean? Like this guy was supposed to be hard-nosed, hard worker. I'm just here to
Turned
help
out
the team.
to be a crybaby at practice. What? And
Watson's
got
out.
Suspended.
If you know Watson's out, what do you mean you're mad about your involvement in the offense? It's about to be real. Like it's about to be good. You ain't Jaden Reed, dude.
I guess he's jealous of Jaden Reed.
He's your teammate. He's creating holes for you. He's getting you open by his mere presence. Get you more touches.
Maybe he's jealous of Dontavian Wicks.
That might be the problem. That might be the problem.
And and for that purpose, I'm going to go with Wicks here.
Let's go Wicks. If there's a reason that he's starting over him and he's getting more looks and more targets and more involvement in the offense, and there's no Watson, give me Wicks, dude.
I had my reserve about Jordan Love coming back last week, and any doubt that I had that he wasn't 100% is gone.
No, he's fine.
Yeah.
Because the Packers are big on that. They don't bring players back until they're absolutely 100% ready to go. So they that's something that they've been preaching for decades. So when a guy comes back, he's good. It just took him a little while to shake off the rust, and then he got hot. And when he gets hot, he starts spreading the ball all over the place. And I think Wicks is a big beneficiary of that this week.
And All in One Show said London finally went off for me. Yes, and for me. Yes, I've been preaching him for the last couple years. Everybody looked at me like I had 5 heads when I drafted him in the first round.
Why not? He had talent, bro. Coming out of USC, he's a big boy. He's on a good offense. Like
he
would think
just
he's
needed
good,
a
man.
quarterback.
Yes, sir.
He just needed a quarterback and a coach that knew how to coach talent.
Yeah. Shout out Arthur Smith on that one. Chef just back in and slapped him.
He also wants to know he's really stacked at running back. Jacobs, Gibbs,
I like
Pollard,
that running back
Swift,
room.
Ford, and Pacheco on IR.
Yeah.
Is there anyone I should give up for wide receiver? I have London, Flowers, Higgins, Wicks, and Waddle.
Well, I mean, Swift just had that good game. If he puts together another good one this week, I might ship him out with the fact that you have 3 other guys plus Ford as a fill-in, and then Pacheco comes back later. If I could get something really good for Swift, I would definitely do that. You have good receivers too, though. But if I can move like Swift and Flowers maybe and get me something really good, like another number 1 type receiver, that would be pretty clutch.
And Pollard just had a good game. I mean, he's pretty much in the same predicament.
But I like to keep him though. Is what I'm saying.
You want to hold on to?
I would like to keep Jacobs, Gibbs, and Pollard if I could. And then if I could turn Swift into a number 1 receiver of some kind, like Swift and Flowers,
or even package Swift and Ford.
Yeah, if somebody needs running back that bad, or Swift and
for a number 1 wide receiver.
Listen, Wicks has a good game this week. Swift and Wicks coming off of 2 good games like that, like you might be able to get something good for those
Swift
2.
and Wicks. Does that make Tyreek Hill down the stretch?
That could give you Tyreek. Right now, somebody could be desperate enough that if you gave them Swift and Wicks, they might give you Tyreek Hill. And if you can turn that into that, then later on you're going to be looking at Jacobs, Gibbs, and Pacheco with Drake, London, and Tyreek.
It's got to be close. It's close.
Yeah, well, for sure. If I'm desperate and I'm 0-4, like you said, and I need a win, and today I have Tyreek Hill, and you say I'm going to give you Swift and Wicks, I need this win.
Yeah,
I might do that. So
perfect predicament. See, that's how we started the show with that.
Yeah, that's exactly.
And we're 1 hour in, and we're already solving problems.
Yeah, we're trying to help you out. I like it all in one show. If you can make one of those packages work.
Yeah. And then he also wants to know Kittle or Kelsey, leaning towards Kelsey, and who should I try trading for a better weapon? Oh, no. See, there you go.
Yeah.
It needs to be a wide receiver 1. If you do Wicks and Swift for Nico Collins.
Oof. Yeah. Jump on that. Yeah. If you can get anything like that, I might even do it for Ayuk. I might even do it for a DK. I might do it. You know what I mean? There's some players out there that you could be able to do that for.
M-
An injured Malik
Maybe.
Neighbors.
Yeah, I was just about to say an injured Malik Neighbors.
Yes.
Maybe.
I'm telling you,
But they're
somebody out there is
probably
desperate.
like their teams are like 3-1. If you have Malik Neighbors, you're probably 3.
Yeah, at least 2-2.
At least
3-1.
2-2.
Yeah.
I'm leaning Kelsey today.
Me too.
Yeah, just
Yeah.
because of the injury.
Yeah. I like
And
the
it was
matchup this
a
week.
late pop-up injury.
And there's just no way that it was no Rashi Rice that this isn't a Kelsey gets targeted type of game. Like he has it's time. On prime time, Monday Night Football, like there's no way that he's not going to show out.
Yeah. Just a quick scoring update. We do have we do have a long run right here. Oh, that's a kick,
punt
punt return. So far today, we have a touchdown by CJ Ham
and Andrew Van Ginkel.
And those are the touchdowns for
Imagine
today.
if you put that on a little touchdown parlay.
Oh my goodness.
First touchdown Vikings D and a CJ Ham touchdown. Woof.
Yeah, if you had a parlay for that, you're rolling in it today. No
and
other
you're
action
also probably
so
at the
far.
Giants.
It's 17-0 Minnesota. And my bet for the under the win is a lock.
It's nice.
I gotta check and see. And Juan,
I don't know if it's halftime or
if it's not
it's
halftime.
not even halftime yet.
It's not halftime yet. Juan, if you want to read out this next one.
We'll do. Gustavo Adolfo Fernández Reyes.
Adolfo.
Dímelo, Juan. Dile a James que está más feo que antes.
Hola, Adolfo.
What up, Shorty?
What up, Shorty?
That's Chef Shorty right there in the building. That's my guy. He's trying to tell you that you're uglier than before. He came in with the kitchen insults right away.
Guapo mucho, man.
Mucho guapo. Yo, my man, that's my man Shorty. He's working with us now over at Ocean.
Okay.
That's my guy. Thank you for tuning into the show, my guy. I hope you play fantasy football, but you probably don't. But I'm glad you're in here tilting with us.
He might.
So I appreciate. He might. You never know. He's never talked to me about it, so I don't think so, man. But I'm gonna get him into some dailies and stuff. I'm gonna teach him about those touchdown parlays. Yeah. Shout out to the parlay sluts, as we call ourselves. Bud Johnson, my cousin Blake, cousin Glenn. You know what I mean? Because we love one of those. Oh, $1 to win 10,000. What? Let's do it. We have a ton of those parlays always on Smash.
Oh.
We got a nice little group chat with all those. We send each other pictures of the parlays. But Johnson always hits. I rarely hit, but he be hitting.
I'm about to hit with one more Tyler Conklin reception. All right. So I did take Minnesota laying 2.5.
Okay.
All right. So I think that might be a lock.
You're good.
At halftime, it's probably a lock. I got the under 42.5.
I think that works too.
And Tyler Conklin, 3 receptions.
So one more Tyler Conklin catch, huh?
That's a $10 bet for $65.
That's always the chef always with the conservative monies right there. Because I would have added, okay, well then let me see Braylon Allen gets 4 catches.
But I was nervous. I wanted to put in Breece Hall or Braylon Allen.
But that's how you win, chef, all the time. You win these bets all the time because we'll take a parlay here, we'll build it, we'll do it for 5 legs, but you'll take the 3 smart ones and put those on, put more money on it, and win.
I wanted to add a Tyler Conklin touchdown to it. And it might actually happen here behind you. They're in the red zone. They're driving. And I'm like, it may actually happen. But for you to win money, you can't do that.
You can't go crazy like I do.
You have to stick to your guns. Larry Addison.
LA,
jumping in.
Welcome back.
Good morning, guys. My dumpster fire of a team has IR outs and buys this week. The running back spot, he has Ramondre, Dowdle, and Madison. Who does he start?
Is Ramondre benched?
Yes. Not benched completely, but Gibson is the starter. It's already been laid out there.
Woof. Then give me Dowdle.
Touchdown, Conklin?
No, Lazard.
Oh,
yeah,
man.
That would have been nice. Yeah, give me Dowdle.
I'm taking Dowdle.
Yeah. It's crazy. Zamir White was supposed to be a thing, and then Madison's kind of taking over.
Madison stinks.
Yeah, but so does Zamir White. And then Ramondre was supposed to be a thing, and then now it's Gibson. So Dowdle's the only one that still has a hold on that position.
Yeah,
somewhat.
and it's ticking up.
Yeah. So give me Dowdle. Good till though, LA.
Rob Davis hopping in says, "Good morning, fellas. Need help on my flex start for today. I have $1. Juan Jennings and Justice Hill or Jerome Ford."
Just one, huh? I think
Just one.
Wandale.
Hmm.
I do love Justice Hill though.
Justice Hill is an interesting every week flex play now.
Yeah.
I don't know if I can do that though.
Yeah, no, I'm not going to start him even over Jawan Jennings. I would
wouldn't
probably start
him over
Jennings.
Juwan Jennings.
Yeah. The only reason I hesitate on Jawan Jennings is because the wide receiver room is finally kind of healthy. You know what I mean? So Debo's back.
Debo's back. Ayuk's
Kittle
back.
is iffy,
If
but
Kittle doesn't play,
then that might
Eric
put him.
Saubert is a nice little waiver ad.
Would you put Jawan Jennings over Wandale if Kittle doesn't play?
Yeah.
Because otherwise, I'm going Wandale. Either like I feel like Wandale's the pick anyway. Out of these four,
Yeah, it's Wandale.
yeah, I don't trust Ford's usage.
It's Wandale.
It's Wandale.
He's
right?
going to get he's going to get as many targets as he can possibly handle.
Danny Jones is gonna get that boy killed too, like he did Neighbors, man.
Yeah.
He throws
Hopefully
some
it doesn't
terrible
happen
balls,
today.
bro. Yeah, I'll take Wandale for sure. Tough place to play though. Going up to Seattle and playing up there is tough for that offense and communication, but he should be all right.
Yeah, Zone Read Fantasy jumping in here. Welcome in.
Zone Read. Oh, I like
Flowers
to know what you're
or
about, bro.
Downs in a half-point PPR. I think it's Downs, especially if it's half-point PPR. Flowers has been in and out of the offense and
They almost don't want to throw it, dude. Like it's crazy. Today might be the day though. Like we could have a little shootout against the Bengals that they might have to produce some points.
to throw it.
They might have to produce.
More. But even like he's still spreading the ball around a lot. You can we just talked about it, Justice Hill.
Yeah.
Like who would have thought?
Yeah.
If Zay Flowers was catching 4 or 5 passes a game with 60 yards and a touchdown, we wouldn't even be talking about Justice Hill right now. But the simple fact that is to run first, pass after offense that we're starting to see from these Baltimore Ravens, I'm going to go out and say, you know what? Half-point PPR, you're shooting for the stars here. Give me Josh Downs. With or without the weather, I don't care. I think Joe Flacco's going to wind up throwing the ball regardless.
Yeah.
And he loves Josh Downs.
After double-digit targets in the first 2 weeks, Zay Flowers has had 4 targets and 2 targets the last 2 weeks. That's unacceptable. And I don't care about no game script, and I don't care about the way it is. Like it's not. This just doesn't look good.
Just the way it is.
Chef, even his snap percentage is down
the
20
same thing
points.
He's doing with Mark Andrews. Mark Andrews is a ghost.
Gone.
He's a ghost.
Yeah. Until we see it again and see that offense thriving for a couple weeks in a row, yeah, we can't trust those receivers. So yeah, let's go Downs, baby. Let's go Downs.
Zach wants to know James Conner or ETN.
Oh, tough matchup for Conner, bro, against the 49ers.
But
I mean, Conner did okay against them a couple weeks ago, right?
They're not the best.
No. And they're a little banged up. Like Warner's going to play Fred Warner, but he's been a little bit banged up too. Etienne against the Colts, man, that's a good matchup in theory. It's just that he hasn't been doing it the last few weeks.
Tank Bigsby back in the lineup.
Dude.
Give me James Conner. Does it all.
All right.
Does it all. And James Conner's been looking great, by the way.
Yeah, I know. Fantastic. It's just I was a little worried about the matchup, but yeah, Warner's banged up. They're not really as good as they were supposed to be. I think I would go Conner over Etienne.
It's close, but give me Conner.
Yeah. Conner doesn't have anybody eating into his carries like Etienne does with Bigsby.
Yeah. All right. What time is it?
It is 11:04. We are 25 minutes away from the injury designations. Mr. Swanson's favorite time.
Yeah.
And we're still waiting on Mr. Swanson's time to let us know when the baby is here.
Yeah, we're waiting on it patiently.
Patiently
right?
waiting. We're chilling.
Chilling.
She's probably going to be born during a Phillies game later. If Mr. Swanson has anything to say about it.
Oh, man. He must have been so upset last night when those Phillies lost.
Oof.
How can they give that up? I watched the give up.
Yeah, it's unbelievable.
I didn't watch the whole game. And I turn on the 8th inning.
Oh, are you the jinx? Are you the mush? Are you the mush? I don't want that face.
And I said, I hate the Mets. I hate the Mets. I hate the Mets. It was like Beetlejuice, and it just switched.
That's terrible. We were watching the game. It was a perfect game through 3 innings. Everything's going fantastic. And in the 4th inning or so, shout out our boy Jose Mojica. I tell Mojica, I said, listen, if they can make Wheeler throw more pitches and get him out of there, when the bullpen comes in, that's when the Mets can strike and win that game. And sure enough, they came back and won that game.
Boy.
How about I missed a parlay yesterday because the Yankees didn't win by 2 runs? I had everything else right the entire night. I had a nice little 4-leg parlay with all 4 games going on.
Got it all 4.
Yep. 3 out of 4 don't pay.
3 out of 4 doesn't pay unless you cash out early.
True indeed.
Monique wants to know, hey,
Welcome back,
boys,
Monique.
need help with this. Pick 2, HN, Shaheed, and Higgins. Don't really want to start HN. I don't blame you. You owe me a beer. Cheers.
Cheers.
I'm definitely going to play Shaheed.
Now, we've been saying that every week, but the involvement in the offense isn't crazy. You know what I mean? Like, it's 3 targets, 5 targets. Like, he's a home run hitter for sure, and we love him for that. And we expect that to be some semblance of a shootout. But I think those two teams might actually play like tough defense and be like a gritty type of game. The same way you saw the Eagles and Saints play not too long ago, where they've been keeping the scores low. Kansas City has not been scoring a lot of points. They've been winning a lot of these low scoring short games. And I don't necessarily love it, but I probably would start him over Higgins. So there's one. Now, whether or not you start Higgins, I'll go with you with Shaheed. Let's go there. But Higgins or HN? Higgins against Baltimore.
That's harder.
Or HN with the workload. I feel like I'm starting HN and Shaheed. And I feel like Monique listed them in order again. Like everybody, when they write these in, for the most part, they have their order that they want to play them in. And I feel like I'm starting HN and Shaheed.
I'm going to take it back. I'm going to go.
What, HN Higgins?
Yeah. Or maybe Shaheed.
Higgins hasn't been getting too much of the workload.
I mean, he's only been playing, 2 games?
Yeah. I guess you got to bring him back slow, especially with the hamstring or whatever. But
yeah, I think it's HN and Shaheed, man.
HN Shaheed, right?
HN Shaheed.
Yeah.
You're right. You're right.
Until I see it from Higgins, you know what I mean? 10 targets last week. That was nice. 6 catches, but Baltimore, good defense. They'll play all right. He's got Chase to contend with, Chase Brown to contend with. Like, even Gesicki's probably going to get some looks in this game because tight ends have been doing pretty well against the Ravens. So I'll go HN Shaheed there. Monique had a nice little tilt.
You got any personal tilts working?
No, not really, because injuries and bye weeks are really what's killing us. Like, so it's kind of tough to have tilts. Like, if your team is that good where you have tilts on a week like this, like.
All in One Show wants to know Higgins or Waddle over Flowers.
I might go Higgins here.
Yeah,
I'm gonna go Higgins.
I think so.
Yeah, All in One Show. I might go Higgins there.
Hey,
yo, Mr. Swanson.
Uh-oh. I didn't get a text message.
Nope, he's doing it live on the show.
Share your screen.
Give us the news, my dude.
Give us the news. We want
if
some
you say,
news.
boys, we're here now.
Crickets.
He's leaving us at the dun 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 dun. Dun, 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 dun. Dun, 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 dun. The suspense is building up.
But yeah, I just don't know Higgins or Waddle over Flowers. That's tough, dude.
Oh, he said getting there a few more hours.
Oh.
Yeah. Okay. That means epidurals have been administered. We're out here playing the waiting game.
True story. I drafted
watch first pitch, baby's coming.
I drafted, who did I draft? Was it Travis Etienne? Yeah, it was Travis. I drafted Travis Etienne. No,
not in the dirty.
Not Travis Etienne. I drafted Kyle Pitts. I traded Najee Harris during the draft while my wife was giving birth.
Oh, that's right. You were making moves while AJ was on his way. My man's
I think
out
I
here
wound up
moves.
getting like DeAndre Swift and somebody. I gotta remember who it was, but it was a good trade. It was years ago already.
Making trades from the waiting room. I love it.
First pitch sounds about right.
Yeah.
All right. So James Mendez wants to know what's up, guys. Oh, wait, are we done on the Higgins, Waddle, Flowers?
We did Higgins, yeah.
Okay. What up, guys? Running back spot. Brian Robinson or Antonio Gibson might need a boom game from one of them.
Man, if you're gonna get one,
if you need a boom game, you might just go out and try to get Jordan Whittington and hope that he scored. But I mean, how much faith do you have in your own Miami Dolphins defense?
Not much. Jalen Phillips is injured again. We already lost David Long for a little while. It's not looking good for the Dolphins on the defensive side. You got to be on the field a ton because the offense can't maintain drives. I mean, there's two really bad teams. It's going to be an ugly game. I hope Red Zone completely ignores that game and just leaves it alone. All I want is an alert on my phone if something happens. So I don't love that game, but I don't think Gibson. He's never shown it. He's never done it for us. Brian Robinson's been pretty steady this season. He was on the injury report, but he looks back to being back healthy. He did have 100 yards last week, didn't he? Didn't he have like 101 last week?
I'm going to check the stats real fast for you.
I'm pretty sure Brian Robinson had 100 yards last week. And that game that I saw, week 2 against the Giants, he looked really good too, running the ball. That offense is starting to click. And I think they found something there. And Cleveland's great if they're leading and they can pin their ears and go after the quarterback. I think they can be had a little bit against the run.
Ramondre had a really good game week 1 against Cincinnati, 25 attempts, 120 yards and a touchdown.
Yeah, monster game.
Second game against Seattle, 21 for 81 and a touchdown. Had some work in the pass game, but fumbled once each game. And then against the Jets, 6 for 23, under 4 yards per carry.
Terrible.
Fumbled and lost the fumble. Then San Francisco, 13 for 43, no touchdowns, caught 4 for 19.
They're nothing.
Terrible, with another fumble lost.
So he's done. Ramondre's out. So
I think Ramondre is more in the doghouse than anything else. I think what we're looking at here is Antonio Gibson stepping up into the role that I think he can play and looking for the future for the Patriots. The future for the Patriots, even though Ramondre Stevenson got a contract, I don't think Ramondre Stevenson is the future.
No.
I look at him as more like a LeGarrette Blount to the James White, and Antonio Gibson's going to be the James White.
So that helps because then in the passing game, he should get some involvement. So it makes it closer between him and Brian Robinson. But you still wouldn't you take Brian Robinson here? You're thinking Gibson might have a chance to have a good
back in the mix? I mean, we went Eckler before, like Brian Robinson kind of banged up. Even though
but he's been
good.
Cleared. Yeah, he's been cleared.
Yeah, I guess I would have to go Brian Robinson here.
Yeah, man.
It's Brian Robinson.
Yeah, the offense is clicking. They have to.
You're just hoping that he gets into the end zone and he has at least 20 carries. I don't know if he gets that.
I don't know if he gets that many with Eckler back. No, you might be right about that. As far as the carries,
he may score more than Gibson though. So they stay in the fire with Brian Robinson.
They like McNichols too, but yeah, with the way he's been 12 carries, 17 carries, 16 carries, 21 carries. He's had 2 100-yard games. He scored in 3 out of the last 4. I think it's Brian Robinson pretty safely here.
All right, and in the same league, wide receiver 2 spot, Judy, Lockett, Kirk, or Sutton.
Oh, Kirk's been pretty good.
You said he lost Rice and Puka already. Woof. Yeah, I lost for. I'm waiting for Puka to come back.
Puka out too, man.
In our Dynasty League of Record League, I am just waiting for Puka to come back. But I'm winning, so I'm okay.
You're fine. That your team's stacked. Your receivers are
stacked.
I
lost last week in our League of Record. I had the second most points in the league, and I lost to the first most points.
I hate that one. I lost like that last week too.
So what are we doing here, Juan? We got to pick one out of Judy, Lockett, Kirk, or Sutton.
What is the
take Judy out of it? I don't want to.
Yeah, Judy's gone.
Entertain the idea.
Yeah. Sutton's the guy. He's the one, like we've been saying, but I don't trust that offense as much as I trust that Christian Kirk's going to continue. Christian Kirk's been eating, man. Like he's been playing pretty well the last couple weeks.
He did play well last week.
And I don't know how severe Lockett's injury is.
He didn't get into the end zone, did he? Maybe he did.
Kirk?
Yeah,
I think he did.
Oh man. All right. So it's between Kirk, Lockett, or Sutton.
Yeah, I'm leaning Kirk early on. I just want to double check that my stats are exactly right. But I'm pretty sure that I will go with Kirk. Yeah, 10 targets and 12 targets the last 2 weeks. 8 catches, then 7 catches.
Is that with Evan Ingram out?
And he scored last week too. It was with Evan Ingram out. But, I'll take double-digit fantasy points 2 weeks in a row. Sutton's been on that same kind of trajectory, though.
Give me Sutton. I think
I know
with
we all
Evan
know
Ingram,
you love Christian Kirk.
Yeah, I absolutely love Christian Kirk.
I think I'm gonna if Evan Ingram plays, oh, Chef's gonna eat that piece of paper. Watch. Today might be the day Kirk scores. Kirk, hold on. Hold on.
Heck no, dude.
Ugly touchdown scorer.
No, it needs to be ugly 2 touchdown score.
Oh, not for my parlay though.
Yeah, no, not for your parlay. just do that one straight up.
Kirk 2 touchdowns. I'll do it.
Hey,
I'll do it. Just to see you eat a piece of paper. Yep, that's worth $5.
dude, if you do it,
It's worth $5. I'm doing it.
All right.
Well,
Well, if you win, you can pay for our StreamYard subscription.
Got it. Done. Christian Kirk's gonna pay for it.
Yeah.
Thank you, Christian Kirk.
Well, I'm on Sutton. You're on Kirk.
I wish we had Mr. Swanson in here to divide that vote.
And Crooked Commish had to bounce.
Yeah. We might be stuck on that one. I'll take Kirk over Sutton. Whether or not Evan Ingram plays. And if Lockett were 100% healthy against the Giants, that's a pretty good matchup too. I might go Lockett over both of them.
I think I'm sticking to my guns and going Cortland Sutton. I don't know.
The offense looks so bad, man. Like Sutton's all right, given them what I'll take him over Judy. You know what I mean? But
I mean, are we just riding off the touchdown that Christian Kirk scored last week, and we can make the same case for
double digits
for Cortland Sutton last week?
Targets with 8 and 7 catches.
Same thing with Cortland Sutton, double digit targets, but only 3 out of the 4 weeks.
But one of the games he had like 3 catches, dude.
Yeah, that was the week that he caught the touchdown last week against the Jets.
Oh, good defense. Okay.
All right, I'm gonna go up against the Raiders defense. Give me Cortland Sutton.
Christian Kirk's going against Indy. I mean, he does line up in the slot a lot. Kenny Moore's on the other side.
And the rain.
Okay, all right. You tilted me. I'll go Sutton over
Hurricane.
Kirk. Sutton over Kirk.
Something. What are we on? Hurricane.
M something. I think it's Mauricio.
I think it's on I or something, right? It was Helene, and then
they might have skipped a letter or two. I think this one starts.
Oh, we already had 2 other ones.
I think this one's name is like Mauricio or something.
Great. Thanks, Mauricio. Screwing our fantasy days up. Rob Davis wants to know one more from my other league: Shaheed or Worthy?
Worthy.
Oh,
yeah.
Worthy.
Yeah,
it's Worthy.
Yeah, volume should be there. Yeah, Worthy.
And then Mini Jordan stepping
Where
in.
Brooklyn at?
Mini Jordan.
Yeah.
Full PPR: Shaheed, McLaurin, or Myers? Jacoby Myers.
I don't love Myers against that Denver secondary. They've been pretty tough. I'm gonna go McLaurin.
I was gonna say it's the first time McLaurin's name came up on the show today
because he's kind of been a must start. Like now, he's finally waking up, man. And Daniels, everybody loves him, so everybody kind of wants to start McLaurin. You want a little piece of that offense. You should get Ward today, though, don't he? No, Emerson.
Other side,
Emerson.
Yeah, Emerson.
They're all good. Newsom's good too. They're all good. All the corners on Cleveland are pretty good.
I'd be more worried about Grant Delpit as a safety in
over
that
the top.
situation.
Yeah, he'll burn them. If they better not do that. You saw what happened when they put Dax Hill against them. Put a safety on McLaurin. You're out of your mind.
I'm saying the double team.
Rumo.
The double team.
Oh yeah.
That's
well, if you double team him, then Ertz is going to eat underneath. Eckler's going to eat underneath. Daniels is going to kill you on the run. You got to play a different kind of defense.
Game we're going to be looking at.
Yeah. I'm still going to McLaurin though. I wouldn't put him in any of my dailies, but I definitely take him over Shaheed and Myers.
Yeah.
I don't trust the Raiders offense at all, and Shaheed doesn't get enough utilization. I'm going McLaurin.
All right. Let's keep going here. What else we got, dude?
Moving right along to it. We got 10 more minutes until the injury designations happen. So there's that one.
We got any hot? Oh, let's talk some waiver alerts.
Oh, that's
fast.
you. That's yours.
We got
speciality.
Joe
man.
Flacco. All right. I mean, it just makes perfect sense to play Joe Flacco today if you're in need of a quarterback.
Yeah.
I mean, we have 4 teams on bye this week.
Indeed.
It's the way to do it.
Yeah, and probably some injuries going on too. Like there's been a few replacements already this year. What I will do, I'm going to bring up some of the parlays that I was telling you about and see what.
Yes.
What you
Let's
think
go
of
back
them.
to
Because we're going to go touchdown scores. So far, if anybody out there wants to do one of those ugly touchdown scores, we have Trey Sermon, Austin Eckler, Najee Harris, Dontavian Wicks, and Christian Kirk. Feel free to pick any one of those ugly touchdown parlay.
Wait. What were they again?
Trey Sermon, Austin Eckler,
Yeah.
Najee Harris,
and
Christian Kirk.
I don't like that last one. All the other uglies I agree with.
Oh, you don't like Kirk?
Yeah.
No. I like the first 4 more. I did Christian Kirk to kind of mess with you.
Just to mess with me a little bit.
To troll the chef.
Yeah. Sure. Right now it's Minnesota 17-7. We are in the third quarter, just kicked off the second half. I'm trying to figure out how to work my laptop to shrink the screen. I don't know if I can. Let's see. I don't know what's going on here. I can make that one. Hang on. There we go. I figured it out. All right. Let's see here.
Oh, all my parlays are obnoxious. So we're not going to be able to do that.
No?
Nah, I got 11, 12, and 9-leg parlays for scoring touchdowns so far. But I am going to do that ugly one right now. Yeah, I had one with like Justin Jefferson, Nico Collins, Deontay Johnson, T. Higgins, Derrick Henry, Amari Cooper, Terry McLaurin, Christian Kirk, and Josh Downs.
Not bad. Not bad.
That's not too bad, but it's 9-leg parlay, so pretty obnoxious. That was me going crazy last night building those. I do 12, 11, 10, 9 ones. I did the first touchdown ones, and I had Jefferson scoring the first touchdown, and it was Andrew Van Ginkel.
You had Andrew Van Ginkel scoring?
No, I had Justin Jefferson scoring.
Oh.
Nobody. Well, maybe Andrew Van Ginkel's family.
I mean,
his agent.
The way that the game was set up, like I didn't expect anybody to really score a touchdown except for the defense.
Really?
Yeah, I thought it was going to be close, and that's why
I just figured Minnesota would move the ball and score one time, though. You know,
the over/under when I saw it was 42.5.
Yeah, that's not bad.
We're in the second half, and they've only scored 24 points. I think they stick to the under on this one, and Minnesota tries to jive and run out the clock. We'll see if Aaron Rodgers can come back in. What else we got, man? What else we got?
We have still 8 more minutes until the injuries.
Yeah, and that's what stinks. We got to wait for injuries. Let's see here. I can throw a couple in there. I've been tilting a little bit this week.
Yeah, like it's really forced my hand that all my lineups are kind of like you don't have. Oh, you know what? Nope, because you got to start Kyler Murray over Anthony Richardson, and he's doubtful now. Richardson's doubtful.
Yeah,
so he's not going to play.
No, he's been doubtful since last night.
Yeah, it's Flacco season.
Well, Flacco day anyway.
Well, Flacco day, but Flacco season.
Let's see. In the
Would you start Chuba Hubbard over Josh Jacobs? No. Over Jordan Mason?
No.
Over Achane?
Maybe.
That's a tilt.
Yeah.
There's a tilt for you.
That is a tilt. I mean, we could talk about it a little bit. Chicago's giving up the 24th most fantasy points to opposing fantasy running backs.
So that means they're good.
Yeah, decent. It's better than the New England Patriots. Yeah, give me Hubbard.
Hubbard over Achane, huh?
Yeah.
I'll do that. I'm gonna do that right now. That's in my family league, so
I can see that. I can see that one going right.
All right, let's put Chuba in there. I love the tilt. I got my own personal tilter here. The chef is tilting for me.
Yeah, as long as you're not playing me, I don't care.
Nah, that's in the family league. Where are we playing? We are playing each other somewhere.
George Pickens or Raheem Mostert. And we're not playing anyone.
Pickens.
That's what I had.
We are playing each other.
Where?
The Prime League of Record, baby.
That doesn't count. I already won that.
You won what?
The projections say I won.
Oh, is that how we go now? The wins and losses are by projections, and we're both 2-2. We kind of need this win, bro.
Oh, I need this win hard.
I'm starting Justice Hill and Achane in that one, so you probably will win.
I mean, I'm benefiting off of the bye week.
Man, you got Marvin Harrison. I got Greg Dortch. Like, you got Nico Collins. I got T. Higgins. Like, you got Brock Bowers. I have Noah Fant. Yeah,
Hey,
James
man,
Conner and Shaheed,
we were
man.
2 picks away from each other in that draft. Don't give me that.
No.
Right?
Oh no, I'm just
We could have all walked away with the same players,
Robert,
or close to it.
listen, I have Jonathan Taylor and Malik Neighbors. They just ain't playing today. Like that game would have been a lot closer if I had those guys. And Sam Laporta's on a bye. So yeah, we're not far off. J.K. Dobbins on a bye. Like those are all options that I would have been able to start. It's just, the bye weeks and the injuries coincided, man. Perfect storm for me to
My
have
team
a
is
tank week, a terrible week.
For a very competitive league, my team's really good in that league. Really good.
Yeah.
I drafted very well.
Yeah, we benefited from some bonehead decisions made by our league mates. Shout out to the like Irish Keith calls them, the donators.
The donators.
He said, "What's this you got coming out of the car now? Another donate?" I was like, "Yeah, pretty much."
Yeah, pretty much, dude. Pretty much. Yeah, I don't really have too many other tilts. I mean, I'm locked and loaded. I set my lineups usually on like Wednesday.
Yeah, I've been doing it all week.
Along the way,
tweak along the way. Retouch them up Friday. I did yesterday. I retouched everything and made sure I had all my injury guys out. Line them up too, like Mr. Swanson loves to organize it so that you always have your guys that are playing first ahead of time and leave your flex spots open. So maybe you can make a move on Monday night if you have to, or a tilt on Sunday night, depending. Late scratches happen, So leave yourself flexible and leave your lineups in the right order.
Oh, well, we did give an update about an hour ago that Aaron Jones is questionable to return with a hip injury.
What you think was on that nice catch he made?
Maybe.
On the throw by Mullins?
Yeah.
Because he did land pretty hard on that.
Yeah, we'll see if he returned or not. I'm not sure if he's in or not. Jets have the ball right now. It's 4th and 5. And they're kicking.
Nice.
Yeah, I don't really have too much else, man. All right. Well, yeah. We got about 4 minutes away from the injury designation. So, I mean, we'll sit tight after that. If we don't have any other tilts, then we'll get out here early today.
A little early, man. Go do some DFSing right now, bro. I want to make some bets. I got some more parlays to make.
Some parlays in. I mean, that's the way to do it. Or we could just do it here. I mean,
why not?
See. I mean, I'm looking at anytime touchdown today from Jordan Mason, Kenneth Walker, and Jaden Reed. But those 3 guys.
I like those, Chef.
I'm not sure what the parlay adds up to. I'm probably thinking like a plus 600 range. It's usually where I wind up at usually.
So who are those guys again? Read them to me again one more time.
We got Jordan Mason for the 49ers.
Okay.
And then we got Ken Bone Canine Walker, the 3rd, for the Seattle Seahawks.
Okay.
Against the Giants, my Giants. And then give me Jaden Reed. I like that matchup.
Plus 323.
Plus 323.
Yeah,
that's it.
Not much, buddy. Yeah,
well,
I think they like those too.
Yeah, I mean, you could maybe parlay it up with Green Bay winning. Or maybe a Trey Tucker touchdown.
Now you'll be going crazy there.
Green Bay. Why am I crazy?
No, not crazy. Just because because it's a little more far-fetched.
Because Surtain's going to be on Jacoby Myers.
Yeah, he probably should be. Hold on, let's do it with Green Bay money line. That only takes it to plus 515.
Okay, that's not bad.
And then we're going to add Tucker because you said so. Ooh, that's going to be juicy.
Yeah.
Bingo. Plus 29.77.
There you go.
Okay. A little 5
maybe
pick.
Maybe you take the win or loss thing out of there. It doesn't matter really too much, but
no, I'm gonna leave it in there. Green Bay will win that game.
I like it. I like it.
$5 wins you 153.
Oh, that's not bad at all.
No, sure. Dunzo, that's in.
So it's a $10 bet for $300.
I like it.
Nice.
That is not bad. See, I like the ones with the touchdowns where like I pick like, I do stupid things and I go like Mike Gesicki. You know what I mean? Give me a little plus 400.
No, if you're gonna do something like that, like go Jake Ferguson or go Dalton Kincaid. Or go for Kincaid over his receiving yards in this matchup. That's what I'm looking at.
Jake Ferguson.
Like, it's raining. Pittman probably doesn't hit his yards today.
I know. I'm gonna have to change all my my daily lineups, I'm gonna have to change it around because I don't think Pittman has a monster game in the rain. That's just probably a bad pick. I'm gonna have to make a change on that.
Yeah.
Where's that Bills game?
Bills playing Houston. Derek Stingley's been kind of on fire lately, too. I'm glad he talked me off that Keon Coleman pick.
Yeah, Stingley's playing well, isn't he? That boy's good. I'm gonna throw Kincaid in there. Those
Oh,
tight ends we just
wow.
mentioned.
Looks like that New York Jets defense is starting to tire a little bit. Jordan Addison just had a big catch for a first down. It's probably about a 25-yard grab. Sauce Gardner down now. Trainers are looking at him.
Oh no.
So that's something else too. Robert Saleh's eyebrows twitching, which normally happens when he's nervous. You know, but
Yeah, if Sauce goes out, this could turn around real quick, man.
if Sauce goes out, then they may go over the line rather, which is wow, that was a great pass. Dude, Sam Darnold, I'm so mad that I traded him away in so many leagues. But who was I to know, right? Oh, Gardner ran into his own man.
I got one. Gesicki, Ferguson, Kincaid that you said with Trey Tucker.
Don't do that. There's the odds of all three of those tight ends catching a touchdown is ridiculous.
That's cool. $5 gets me 1,200. That's done.
Put $2 on it.
Why? Put 5, cousin.
$2 gets you.
Yeah, hit the G boy, bro. Like, why would I do it for less than the G boy?
Anthony Richardson is officially inactive.
Okay, here we go.
As we
That's all we're gonna
expected.
do.
That's all I got right now. That's all I got, dude.
They should be coming in fast and furious right now, though.
Adam Polio's jumping in. Which junior is more likely to score a touchdown? Brian Thomas Jr. or Tyrone Tracy Jr.?
Tyrone Tracy Jr.
Today? Does Brian Thomas Jr. have a touchdown? I think he does, doesn't he?
Yeah. And he's really good at football. Hashtag analysis.
Yeah, he's got 2 on the year. He's getting 9 targets per game. Oof. I'm going to say Brian Thomas Jr. has more of a chance to score a touchdown today than Tyrone Tracy.
You think so? Even with that banged up defense on Seattle and the way that the Lions were able to move the ball on them?
Yep.
Yeah, I guess so. It's got to be slightly in that favor.
And Adam Polio asks, with McBride questionable at 4:00, should I start Cole Kmet at 1:00?
Yeah.
You're going to have to, bud.
Yeah. Like, especially against Carolina. It's a plus matchup. Like, that's not a bad play to begin with. And then McBride hasn't been all that anyway, just because you drafted him higher. You know what I mean?
Yeah. And I mean,
he's going against San Francisco, right?
He's going against San Fran. He's coming back off the injury. Well, it was a concussion. And then, he got hurt again.
Yeah. And then it's Warner, it's Hufanga. Like, it's a pretty good Niners defense.
I'm pretty sure that's what happened with that. And I just want to fact check myself on that one, because I think what happened to McBride was he came back to practice off of the concussion. Oh, Evan Ingram is inactive today.
Oh, see that uptick for Kirk for me.
And what were we talking about? McBride, right?
I got to do my ugly one.
If I can find McBride on this long list of players. Let's see. Trey McBride. He's expected to play, but yeah, so he was in the concussion protocol. That's why he didn't play last week. Came back to practice and then got downgraded for a rib injury. So even if he does play, I don't expect too much from Trey McBride today.
I don't either at all.
So I like the pivot to Cole Kmet. And damned if you don't, damned if you do kind of thing. Like if you play McBride and he goes off, well, good for you. But I mean,
Chef, David Njoku's playing.
Oh, he is?
That's new.
Is it active?
He's active.
He was a question mark.
Yeah, he's been out. Yeah.
All right. So I have a couple of official actives, inactives. Anthony Richardson, as we know, is out. Brian Robinson is playing, and David Njoku is playing. Running back Dameon Pierce is out, along with tight end Evan Ingram. All right, so I mean, damn. Oh, Zach's got Mason, JSN, Harris, and Wicks to score. That's probably a nice little parlay too. I like that. I like that, Zach.
What's he got?
Mason, JSN,
and
Harris,
and
Wicks.
Okay.
I'm gonna write that down. JSN. I like the JSN pick.
Yeah.
I really like the Wicks pick. You probably have better odds on Wicks scoring a touchdown than Jaden Reed.
Nope. Jaden Reed's higher.
Really?
Yeah. Jaden Reed's more likely to score, according to DraftKings.
Well, that's what I'm saying. You have better odds.
Yeah.
Like betting odds.
Oh, yeah. You get more money for Wicks. Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. And I see a world where Wicks could get into the end zone. What about Jacobs? What about Jacobs getting in the end zone?
He's the number one favorite to get in the end zone.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
I mean, that's how I usually win, though. I pick 4 of those
Odell's
guys.
going to make his debut, huh?
Oh, yeah. So start him.
The one that Zach just put up right now is plus 1722.
See, that's not bad odds. See, I like that odds.
Yeah, 5 wins, 291. Those are the kind of ones that the chef.
So Josh Jacobs, we didn't talk about him too much. I like him for a touchdown today. Rams 27th against the fantasy running backs. He hasn't had a touchdown yet, right?
I don't think he scored this year, has he? That'd be pretty interesting if he hasn't. He's still the second favorite.
Not. He has not scored yet.
Oh, so what about him scoring 2 touchdowns today?
What just the odds on the one?
Oh, just one?
It's got to be like plus 250.
Nah, minus 135. It's plus 400 for him to get 2 because he's still the lead back. Yeah, you're not getting their DraftKings ain't trying to give away money. That's not how they got rich.
Zach says Collins, Coleman, Henry, Moss pays $5 pays me 100. So it's 20 to 1.
Yeah, I don't love Coleman.
I don't like that Coleman pick. Collins, yeah. Henry, sure. Zach Moss, even a little iffy. And I don't like blending my Sunday bets and my Monday bets. It's something I like. Sauce Gardner is headed to the locker room to be checked out for a concussion.
Oof.
We got Braylon Allen in the backfield. It's 17-7 Minnesota. Jets are starting their drive at their own 3-yard line. But all right, Juan, I mean, we made it to the injury report. We don't really have too much else. There's not much going on in the chat today. With respect, I mean, the NFL's on TV. Why would they? And I think Conklin just had his 3rd catch. I do have to check that stat real fast.
Because then you will hit then.
Because I most likely will hit my little morning.
Good morning.
We hit it. 4 for
right.
46 for Tyler Conklin.
Let's go.
Oh, I love that little touch and play kind of thing. That's what's up. Oh, feels good to hit a parlay in the morning.
So
I think they should have one 9:30 game every day, every Sunday.
Sherman 2 touchdowns, Mason 2 touchdowns, Jacobs 2 touchdowns, Tyrone Tracy 1. For every dollar you bet, 285. I'll let your boy. Those are the dumb parlays I like to make. Lighting money on fire. Light money on fire. Hey, speaking of on fire, we started out the chat on fire. Shout out to the Crooked Commish for being in here with us. We are still on Baby Watch. Baby Watch. Baby Watch.
It's not going to happen till later, though.
But
we'll have a new edition on the next podcast.
What time's the Phillies?
And
first pitch.
Swanson did say that it was probably going to be around the first pitch. So
he did. That's what I'm trying to see. What time that game is at 4:08. Somewhere before 4:20.
Zach says Jacoby Myers for 2 touchdowns. I don't like that one bit, so you can add that to Juan's stupid parlays of the week.
Hey, crazy parlays of the week.
Oh, sorry.
Ugly parlays of the week. Ugly. Let's call them ugly, not crazy.
Problematic parlays of the week.
Problematic.
Problematic parlays of the
408.
week.
That baby's coming
Sorry,
somewhere around 4 o'clock.
I shouldn't have said stupid.
Yeah. Because it's only stupid if it doesn't hit.
Probable parlays of the week.
brilliant if I hit one of those suckers.
Yeah. Not so probable parlays of the week.
Not so probable parlays of the week.
That's
like ball glove blueprint.
Yeah.
Try to say that 3 times.
Probable parlays of the week. Not so probable. Not so probable parlays of the week.
Not so's. We'll call them not so's.
The not so's. Oh man. All right. So we're on a tear here.
Burning money, baby, lighting it on fire. Might as well you throw it in a fountain. All the time people throw money in a fountain, right? You make wishes and shit, like, throw money in a fountain. Well, this is the same thing. See what happens. Plus, it makes it fun when you're watching. You're like, oh, that's my guy. Scored a touchdown.
I got a couple more outs here, mainly on the defensive side. We knew Jonathan Taylor wasn't going to play today. Adam Schefter, thank you. Quiddy Pay, Kenny Moore, Samson.
Oh, Kenny Moore.
Yeah.
Stock up Christian Kirk, baby.
Tyquan Lewis, DeForest Buckner, Juju Brents. They're all inactive.
No Buckner
today.
either, huh? Etienne and Bigsby running the ball. Okay.
Yeah, so that's
Zach,
on ice.
golf balls, baby. Those prices add up. Oh yeah, there's a good time of year to go golfing. Zach, let's do something soon. My back's a little bit messed up, but in the next week or so, we got to get.
I wanted to
get
do
out.
the tournament for Parkinson's, but I didn't have any guys to do it with me.
What are you talking about? We would have played. You got me, you, Zach, and Swanson. That's 4 right there.
We could still do it.
When is it?
It's in the next few weeks.
Let's go. Where are we playing at? Where's that at?
Seaview.
Let's go. You know I love the Pines and the Bay. Let's go. It's for a good cause.
It is for a good cause.
Let's hit one of these parlays and
like
sponsor the whole thing.
They're paired up with Michael J. Fox and a whole 9 yards.
Oh, no, stop.
Yeah, it's Dan Poli's family.
Yeah, man, I'm down with
All
that.
right, I'll rethink it. Let's
rethink it. Let's get the squad together, baby. Is it a scramble? We're playing best ball out this thing?
Oh, we will definitely play best ball.
You know what I'm saying? Like, if we're playing best ball, I'll bring Hopper.
It's a tournament, dude. We're playing best ball.
I bring Hopper, man. I bring the ringer.
All right. I'll see what we can do. Aaron Rodgers looks like he's walking off to the sideline right now. Maybe
he sure is.
It's 4th down, but he just.
Oh no, he's with the trainers. Yeah.
Yeah. All right, let's get out of here, Juan.
Yeah. He looks like he's on ayahuasca. Let's get it.
All right. So from James, from Juan,
and Mr. Swanson,
Mrs. and Mr. Swanson,
and Crooked Commish, shout out for joining with us.
Shout out to the Crooked Commish for hopping in this morning. We definitely appreciate that. For all of you that are still with us, enjoy your weekend of football, and we will see you back here next week. Yeah. Until then, we out.
Peace.
Thanks for tuning in to another episode of the Sunday Tilt. Visit us on YouTube at youtube.com/thetiltisreal and like and subscribe. We're live every Sunday from 10 a.m. to noon Eastern Standard Time. We'll see you all next week on The Tilt is Real.